Thank you.
Ayesha, who would be reading out the final extract of the book, from the book. She is an avid reader and a student from the Vasant Valley School, and in a way, representative of the younger audience of the book.
Herself from the door of the speeding train, till she was thrown out. A frequent flyer, and carrying a heavy man out of a moving train was no mean task, even for Dream. The wind was sharp and full of violence on the girls, and the sudden impact of it made it no better. The night sky darkened mercilessly while the train sped away. They flew far over the trees and across the prairies, and a fleeting thought questioned Eyelash. What if she was wrong about the bomb? The man could die. At a distance, Dream shouted, "Leave him here!" Eyelash let go of her end at a sufficient height and sped away rather fast. Her heart beat faster and faster she went. By the time she reached the empty track, her heart was in her throat, but she kept on flying, and so did Dream. Then it happened, the blast. All of the night was set on fire in that deafening moment, and Eyelash felt like her heart had erupted. Even through closed eyes, she felt the heat and saw brilliant streaks of light and smelled the destruction. When she opened her eyes, everything around them had been consumed by the fury of hatred. Nothing remained to tell of the consequences of that hatred. The trees had turned to ash, and the water all evaporated, and all other life vanquished. In the absolute silence, they felt pained, and when the train stopped at a distance, it was a minute before they flew back to it. The sequin, Terror in the Sylvia, heroic save. Maganda. Tuesday evening saw the biggest terror threat to Maganda so far, outside of Eritrea, in the form of a bomb discovered in the Sylvia train. The passenger train was on its way to Electri and originated at the Eritrean city of Feli. Two passengers, young girls by the name of Dream Jadestone and Eyelash, discovered a suicide bomber in their compartment after they boarded the train at Wellow. Passengers relate how they disabled the bomber and flew out with him, dropping him away from the train. The girls have saved thousands of lives. Special correspondent Cassiopeia spoke to the girls and found that Eyelash had accidentally caught the man with a grade 8 exploding moon. She then placed an unconsciousness curse on the bomber's plate of kiwi. Once he was unconscious, Dream and Eyelash sprouted wings and flew out with the man and let the bomb explode far from the Sylvia. Having spent the entire night at the police station, they have finally been cleared and have resumed their journey to Electri. Among the passengers on the Sylvia last night were world-famous, fabulous, and honorary peace ambassador of World Parliament Ramses VII and the owner of the renowned Jadestone Palace and the island of Euphotopia, Goldfeather Jadestone. She rolled up this copy of the sequin and placed it in her big pocket. She said to Eyelash, "Looks like we're celebrities, all of us." "Well, most of us already were." Eyelash smiled. This was another train, which, much to Eyelash's dismay, had scarce marble upon its countenance, but was pretty, nevertheless. The window outside them was a running blur of the orange of sun upon all in nature. The color was on everything: the orange-green trees, the orange-green fields, and the orange-purple sky. Upon similar seats sat everybody, and Jadestone wrote away under the light of the moving clouds in his diary. Scarce had I suspected that I would nearly be a victim of this universal hate of sorts. Over a night, so much has changed about my life and mind that I am bewildered. Such battles one fights at this realm of consciousness. I wonder indeed, if any of the others are as aware of this journey at hand as I am myself. Legendary has merely guided us to where destiny would lead us under any circumstance. Capping his pen, Jadestone sealed his trust in destiny. He was a man of tradition and inheritance, and to a large extent, inheritance was a great part of all that he was. It varied the degree to which inheritance played a part in each character's role in this play of destined events. Goldfeather Jadestone had blood inheritance in Euphotopia. Ramses had inherited a tradition. He had merited it. Dream had inherited qualities that she would turn into a standing when she put them to use. And Eyelash? Ayesha had inherited upon herself a great many things by learning them, but her greatest inheritance had been the powers that she had got in imagination by virtue of being a real person. Thank you.